So this is a Shabad that's actually meditation. It talks about this specific breath meditation with the mantra of Vaheguru. And it's from Jaidev Ji, who wrote this. So the main phrase that I'm saying is, my vision that you or I are separate has melted away. And the beginning of the Shabad, it tells you about this meditation. So it says, the breath is drawn in through the left nostril. It is held in the central channel of the Shushmana and exalted through the right nostril, repeating the Lord's name 16 times. I am powerless. My power has been broken. My unstable mind has been stabilized, and my unadorned soul has been adorned. I drink in the ambrosial nectar. And there's more, but I just thought I would read those. Okay. drishtam samaniya samaniya teri dubida drishtam samaniya samaniya manad kunna advakaniya manad kunna advakaniya teri dubida drishtam samaniya 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 Arad ko ardiya sarad ko sardiya Arad ko ardiya sarad ko sardiya Salal ko salal samanaya Salal ko salal samanaya Om Soham 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 Om Sang Vaheguru 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 Vaheguru Salal ko salal samanaya Salal ko salal samanaya Bhagat Jay Deyv Jaidev Ramiya Bhagat Jay Deyv Jaidev Ramiya Brahma Nirbal Libbalin Paya Brahma Nirbal Libbalin Paya Teri dubida drishtam samaniya samaniya Teri dubida drishtam samaniya samaniya Manat kunna advakaniya Manat kunna advakaniya Teri dubida drishtam samaniya samaniya, tere dubida drishta samaniya, 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 samaniya. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.
Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh. So thank you Simran Kaur Ji, thank you Sangat Ji for joining today. And thank you Simran for such a wonderful discourse where you're sharing your own personal experiences and your thoughts and your experiences with us together. And for the lovely Shabad that you shared of Bhagat Jay Deyv Jee. And I just thought I'd spend some time just to go through the meaning of the Shabad that Bhagat Jay Deyv Jee has blessed us with. But before doing this, just some reflections. Speaking to Bhai Sahib Ji during the week, and this just beautiful discussion took place. And what we have here is really special in this forum. Here, we brought the Gurdwara, we brought the church, we brought the mosque, we brought the masjid, the mandir, all together, the church in one place. People who have never been to a church before, never been to a Gurdwara, places where the Muslim, the Sikh, the Hindu, and the Christian never sat side by side. This is all happening here and now as we connect together in this forum of oneness, where we all come together, regardless of our backgrounds and what we believe in and what has brought us here. But we come here all as one divine family. And in this one divine family, our focus is on the one, and we come from various different traditions, but we're sharing those experiences and traditions together for a global message of oneness, and that we all can connect together with that one. And that's exactly what we'll be doing here today. So Simran led us into this understanding of the Shabad and the practice of yoga and how one complements the other. And what's important in this, or what I understood from this, is that we have a beautiful gift of life, and this body is a vehicle for us. This body is only useful for us whilst it has its health, whilst it has its energy. It's there for us to connect to the divine, otherwise it has no other use. So therefore, whatever complements our spiritual progression, whatever can unite this body into the worship of the divine, that's a blessing, and we should take that. But we sometimes might be confused, Sangat Ji, that we think that our own efforts, adopting a particular practice or a technique, even reciting prayers or a mantra or reading some certain scriptures, or traveling to a pilgrimage, or even putting your body into intense pressures, etc., that these are going to be what's going to actually help us find the divine. The truth is far from it. This is a path of grace. Everything we do is just to get that one bit or another, that grace, that blessing, that Guru Prasad from the divine. As Guru Nanak Dev Ji says to us, Nanak nadri paiye kudi kudatis. Everything else is false other than that one glance or another, that blessing. And it's in that blessing that we find Vaheguru. So focusing on the Shabad that Bhagat Jay Deyv Jee has blessed us with, and they are a Bhagat means someone who's deeply, deeply devoted to the divine. And Bhagat Jay Deyv Jee were from a Hindu background, and they were one of the oldest Bhagats whose Bani or whose scriptures are within the Guru Grant Sahib Ji. So the Guru Grant Sahib Ji has not just got the writings of the Gurus, but also Hindu and Muslim saints as well. And this is one of two Shabads that Bhagat Jay Deyv Jee has in Guru Grant Sahib. And in this Shabad they said, Chand Sat Pedya, Naad Sut Puriya, Sur Sat Kodasa Dat Kiya. Abal bala todiya, achala chala thapya, agad kadya, taha apyopiya. Man aad gun aad khaniya, teri dubda drishta samaniya, rahav. Ard ko ardya, sard ko sardya, salal ko salal saman aya. Badat Jai Dev ko ramya, Brahm nidan liv leen paya. Brahm nirban live leen paya. What Bhagat Jay Deyv Jee is saying in summary is saying that despite starting on this yoga practice, they're saying that firstly I focused on my breath. And then when I focused on my breath, I concentrated on the Shabad within the breath. And when each and every breath, multiple times I concentrated on that one Shabad. Bhagat Jay Deyv Jee refers to that Shabad, that Naam, that name of the divine, that devotion to what has settled his mind. That mind that cannot be settled has been settled once I focus on that Shabad within my breath. Where they say, Man aad gun aad khaniya. So within my mind, I chant that name of the divine, and in that, I do not exist anymore. Because I merged with the one divine itself. What Bhagat Jay Dev is saying to us is that he's bowing to the Shabad. That Shabad that's now vibrating within him. And that's opened his 10th gate, that 10th door of realization. At this point, Bhagat Ji is saying, I have no attachment to any techniques. All I am is absorbed completely in the Shabad. They've gone from the physical into the spiritual. And that's the same thing for us, that whilst things may complement our practice, might bring us into this meditation, this is all about their grace. None of our physical practices will actually open that grace. They will occupy our time. But no meditation or reading or prayers of scriptures or yoga will be able to allow this love to develop within ourselves. Nor will we find Vaiguru's love, the divine's love, if it's not pleasing to them. And what Bhagat Ji is saying in this is that we're all just the sum total of that one breath. With each and every breath that we take and each and every breath that we have, these are precious moments. And this is the reason why we've been given mantras. The mantra is to present our mind with that one breath. And with that one breath, we find that divine in the present. And this is where Bhagat Ji is saying that first I took the breath through one nostril, I then centered it, and then it released through the other. Within that one breath, we can find that yog, that union. What do we do with that one breath, with that one Shabad? What is this union? What is this process that we're speaking of? Guruji has said that firstly we focus on refining our external energies and we convert them within ourselves. So with that one breath of mantra, first we recite and we let go of our external attachments, the attachments to our sense organs. So in some traditions, they will talk about managing that energy traveling from the navel upwards. But this is just the journey of our spiritual progression. They're saying first, remove those sense organs. Then let that energy transform to removing those latent desires, those thoughts, those perceptions. And once they've quietened, once they've gone down, then that focus on that mantra, that focus on the breath, will move away from any attachments to this body. And once we've removed those urges of the body, and once we remove those flows of that flow of our thoughts and those urges of our senses, that's where we come to the door of yoga or union. And this is not something we can force. Not with stubborn-mindedness, holding postures, giving to charity, nothing. This is something that we do not have control of. We put the effort in the beginning, but that final day of union is not in our control. This is simply grace. This is simply Guru Prasad. And this is where Bhagat Jay Deyv Jee says, Abala bala todiya. I have no power left. I have no bal left. Power. Where we're stuck in the illusion that our particular techniques or the things that we're doing ourselves is what's going to encourage our union. That's a misconception. But when we let go of ourselves, and when we open ourselves to that Guru Prasad, that divine grace, that's where we'll be knocking on the door of the divine. So regardless of our path, our practices, how do we find that grace? The Guru has told us 3 points. Firstly, let go of yourself and reprogram that memory that we have within ourselves. Shed that ego, and with our self-inquiry, with that Buddha Viveka, let's do that self-inquiry to see, are we actually operating in our higher consciousness? In each and every second, are we walking in the path that our gurus, our divine scriptures have told us? And in this way, we start walking in the will of the divine. We start putting that intellect to use, moving away from programming it from anything based in the illusion to what's based in the divine. From there, that leads us to constantly singing their praise, focusing on the Shabad and that meditation, because nothing's going to deepen our experiences other than that contemplation, and then bringing those divine virtues in our life. And then thirdly, the Sangat. The Sangat's where everything we want will be achieved. Because in this Sangat, we will reform our actions, our mind. And in this Sangat, we'll come to know the secrets of the divine. And in this Sangat, we will actually find and experience and understand what that love of the divine actually feels and means. Har kirta sadh Sangat hai sir karman ke karma. That praise that's done in the sadh Sangat is the highest of all actions that we could possibly do. So with these words, Sangat Ji, thank you so much for attending today, and thank you for allowing me this time. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.